Okay, so I wasn't right about World War II, now was I? But fuck, I nailed the beta thing, now didn't I? Right after I tell the YouTube order to go fuck himself, you guys just have to go watch and back my prediction video last year. Just before July last year, I did a video predicting exactly what would happen this year, and almost all of that shit is spot on. Now, before I get into the video, the gameplay in the background comes from the Big B, and this was like emergency supplies, man. Because I haven't received as many videos that I normally use for my rants than I would have expected. Usually people just send shit in, but between the quality of some of the videos from a resolution standpoint where it's all blurry, to just the lack of people wanting to play and record this bullshit, I had to put out an APB just to get this motherfucker. Now once the Black Ops 3 teaser was released, I asked for some footage and Big B came through. I haven't even seen what happens in the game. I don't know what score he fucking has, so hopefully he doesn't finish in last place in this motherfucker. So Big B, you better not finish in last place in this motherfucker, otherwise I'm gonna tear your ass up on this shit. But anyways, on to the business at hand. With falling Call of Duty sales, an extended development period given to Treyarch, Activision's success with the Destiny beta, I'll talk more about that in a second, and Advanced Warfare receiving praise from critics for making the game faster, yet it never resonated with fans, Activision did exactly what I said they were going to be doing with Black Ops 3. And the logic behind the beta is going to follow the model that Destiny rolled out almost a year ago. In order to access the beta, you need to pre-order the game and put some money down in order to receive your access. Now, pending the retailer and how they make you place pre-orders, most pre-orders nowadays come with some sort of deposit or full payment that you have to shell out way in advance of the game. I know when I have to go to Best Buy to do a pre-order, my Best Buy wants the full price of the game. So you're paying for some shit without even knowing how good it is. And of course, it's completely refundable if you don't want the game. But in essence, they're getting your money ahead of time. But how many people are going to buy something if they're unsure of it just to play a test and get a refund later? Not many. Usually when people pre-order something like that, they do so with the intention that they're going to buy the game later and play it. Destiny had amazing success with their beta a year ago. Now, I don't care what you think about the game itself, but for the beta, the game was amazing in the content we got, which essentially was the whole fucking game. We didn't know Destiny was going to be so incomplete, but the beta was fucking fantastic for what it gave us and the time frame that they actually gave it to us for. For many people, the beta was a selling point, a great marketing ploy for games to try out Bungie's new vision, and most people drank the Kool-Aid. I can't lie, I did. I played the beta, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and then I went out and bought Destiny, had fun with an incomplete product, and I'm still going to be going back to it and playing it when new content releases. So Bungie got me, no question about it, and it all started with the beta, and that's what Activision is going to be trying to do with Black Ops 3. The three factors that I mentioned in last year's video, time, money, and reputation, have all come to fruition, and the success of Destiny's beta has given Activision the balls to finally roll out a beta for Call of Duty. The last time we had a beta was World at War, and we all know how that wretched piece of shit played on PlayStation 3. Oh man, if you gotta call the shit a beta, you better make sure the motherfucker works in this bitch. Anyway, I ain't gonna get into that shit, man. Obviously, I got the time frame wrong. It's not a World War II shooter that people were hoping for. And while I won't rip this game apart yet because we don't know anything about it, Treyarch did release some details about the game. Zombies is coming back again. But I mean, let's be honest, man. At this point, it's really a bit of a stretch now. You know, it started out as something fantastic with Nazi zombies, and it made sense in the context of, say, human experiments that were performed during the war at the time. Plus, since the campaign sucked, since online was almost unplayable on PlayStation 3, it was the crowning achievement for that game. So yes, zombies' popularity stemmed from World at War sucking, but now it's so out of place with the game and the direction Call of Duty has taken over the past 4 years. Is it fun? Absolutely, but it's really starting to wear thin now that we've seen it done in Advanced Warfare of all things, with zombies with jetpacks strapped to their ass. Come on, man. Now, the co-op campaign is returning, and I'll be completely honest, that was a fantastic thing. Granted, the campaign will take all 3 hours to complete. But fuck it, that's 3 hours you can spend with friends shooting enemies in the face. I love campaign co-op, and I'm glad to see it coming back because that is something people have a lot of fun with as long as the content is up to par. While we don't have a story yet, we can at least see it's going to be more technology taking over. In Advanced Warfare, it was exosuits and machines doing all the fighting for us, giving us enhanced abilities. Now in Black Ops 3, it's technology turning our own bodies into the machines with cybernetic limbs and superhuman abilities. I mean, seriously, now they've just gone off the deep end here. I mean, you've heard of the term jumping the shark? Well, motherfucker, Left Shark is getting more time added to his 15 minutes of fame now, ain't he? Multiplayer was also mentioned in some of the changes, and it seems some journalists already got their hands on the demo. They probably went to an event or whatever the hell it is to actually play this motherfucker, but a number of articles have already said they got to play the game. Of course, they have to say nice things about the game, while Activision has that money dildo shoved up their ass, but some details were already released regarding the content. This concept of guns up, with guns always ready to fire, is being introduced. Even the developer, clueless David Vonderhaar, has already admitted that this is beyond unrealistic, but he wants people to always be actively ready to engage in combat. Dolphin diving is gone, replaced with the knee slide that Ghost introduced, which, by the way, that was fucking fantastic. I must admit, of all the things in the mechanics that have been introduced to Call of Duty, dolphin diving I couldn't stand, but that slide and shit was Ghost was a damn cool invention. I'm glad they took that from another game. I don't know what other game they took that from, but I know other games must have had that slide shit, but that was fucking fantastic when they actually added that motherfucker. And also we had the lean ability on the consoles that PC already had in this motherfucker, but the slide was excellent, and it seems like it's going to be returning here, so that's a good thing for all the players. But the one biggest change is going to be this specialist class thing. The game's going to have 9 unique characters with unique perks or abilities or guns or what others don't have, whatever the fuck. Essentially, it's a class system that other games have done, which Call of Duty has avoided for years. You know, Battlefield has it, Destiny has it, Killzone has it, and Call of Duty avoided it all these years because the idea was that each character can have the ability and loadout to be whatever the fuck they wanted. You could have 10 same characters, or you could have 10 completely different characters with different perks, different loadouts, whatever the hell you wanted. It was up to you to determine how you wanted to play. Now, it seems like we might be pigeonholed into a class system. Granted, no details have been released, but this could be something completely different than what at least been advertised so far, and certainly changed and tweaked based on the beta. But it's one step closer to what other games are already doing, and one giant step away from what made Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 the cultural phenomenons they were at the time. You know, it's taking us further away from the core of what Call of Duty used to be, and using other games as the model for their ideas. You know, the knock on Call of Duty is that it's the same shit, different year. It never feels different, although we're always getting some tweaks to the recipes, just a little bit in that motherfucker. But the knock is that the annoying shit will always be the same, as opposed to fixing stuff. So yes, Treyarch is certainly changing the formula, and we can't truly say this is the same shit. But when you strip away the most fundamental part of the franchise, the most unique thing that you do compared to what other series are doing, Battlefield, Killzone, Destiny, as I mentioned before, and when you remove the core component that Call of Duty 4 introduced years ago and replace it with other ideas that games have tried, it shows the franchise is really jumping the shark. It shows it's really getting away from what made the series popular. Now, granted, it could still be a fantastic thing. They could still do this in an excellent way. But just hearing the base description, without the beta, without playing it, just reading articles, sounds like they've gotten completely away from what made the Call of Duty franchise Call of Duty. The ability to make your character whatever you want, as opposed to being stuck with a certain class, ability, or whatever the hell it is with a specific character. Now, for many of you watching it, obviously, you'll buy it, you'll play it, and the emotions and critique of the game will range from being a major improvement to, of course, the worst Call of Duty ever. But the game has really been removed from its roots that made it so famous 10 years ago. Now, the good thing is, regardless of whether you buy this game or not, the fans have finally forced Activision's hand at a beta. We didn't get one all these years. We sat back, we purchased their beta each and every year, only for it to have problems that required massive patches. And once we stopped giving this company money, they finally listened. My prediction about a beta was 100% dead on accurate. My theory on the time frame of the game was completely wrong. But fuck it, I'd rather have a beta than a World War II game any day of the week. Not that I'm going to be playing it, because obviously Treyarch can go fuck themselves, but I'm glad to see the fans have ultimately forced Activision to take a different approach to the game, seeing their precious sales drop each and every year. I mean, shit, they won't even release the Advanced Warfare sales figures this year, so hopefully next year's franchise takes another dive to keep the downward trend going in order to get more shit from this fucking company. But just remember, no matter how much they call the shit a beta, it's most likely just going to be a demo of a 60% completed project, because that's how companies lie these days. You know, it was done with Battlefield, it was pretty much done with Destiny, and I can all but guarantee you this is not a beta, it's a demo, but at the very least, we're getting a chance to try out the new Call of Duty before we actually purchase it. Well, then again, they're making us pre-order, so we are purchasing the motherfucker. Activision always finds their ways of getting monies, man. Anyway, now that the teaser's been released and the trailer's been released, chances are everyone's at least seen it, but you haven't by now. Go watch that motherfucker. It's absolutely terrible. And also, go watch that beta video. I predicted everything that would occur this year, and so far I've been dead accurate. So you guys can go watch that and see how good my prediction was. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. And I'll see you guys in the next video.